Hey yo, welcome to the wonderful world of HungryHeath. I am not a classically trained chef. What I am is a self-taught home cook. I have studied under several television chefs. I have a PhD from YouTube University and a black belt in Google Food. I love to cook. The only thing I love more than cooking is my wife, the sensational Shelly eats steak.
Aww.
Together, we host the Friday Night Feast. Now this happens every Friday night, 6:30 Central. We'll cook up an entree, maybe a couple little snacks, show y'all how to do it, and then we'll just sit around and just chew the fat with all of our friends. We like to call the Hungry Horrors. We hope y'all can tune in sometime. We have a blast every Friday night. But today's recipe, I'm doing what I like to call the poor man's burn-ins. I took a chuck roast and smoked it kind of like you would a brisket. Then chopped it up. I'll tell you what, let me just show you what we did. So what we're gonna need for these poor man burn-ins is a chuck roast, and this one's 1.25 pounds. You'll see I've already got it wrapped in plastic. I bought this several months ago when it was on sale, and it's been sitting in my freezer. I thawed it out a day or two ago. Then you're gonna need some kind of rub. And today I'm going with the Redmond's seasoned salt. This is my general purpose go-to beef seasoning. And then you're going to need your favorite barbecue sauce, which of course I'm going to use mine, my Ketochow homemade barbecue sauce. So let's get started. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is start seasoning our chuck roast. Those of y'all that are new, welcome aboard. Those of y'all that have been here for a while, y'all know I love cooking in these full pans. It makes cleanup so easy, and it makes it also easy to move product back and forth on the pit. So the first thing I'm going to do is take my Redmond seasoned salt and just start dusting this thing very liberally all over the whole thing. I'm going to make sure I do all sides. And I love the reason why I like using these full pans, because it makes my cleanup so much easier. Now I don't have to worry about cleaning up the counter afterwards, because everything that missed fell in the pan. And I like this, a little void here. I'm going to ahead and season that too. Get everything well covered in this. And I already have my pit preheating to 225. When it gets up to temp, we're going to go slip it on. So I'll be right back. So now we're outside at the pit. My temperature has finally hit 225 and holding steady. So let's get this chuck roast on and get it cooking. Alright, so now I got it on the pit. I'm going to let it cook for about 2.5, 3 hours. Then we'll come back, check it out, see where we're at, see if we need to go a little longer. Alrighty folks, it's been about 2.5 hours. So let's take a peek. Oh, she looks beautiful. Now I'm just gonna come in here and stab it with my temp probe. See what we got. Looks 140, and I'm shooting for about 160, so I'm gonna let it go for probably another 30 minutes. I'm gonna come back and check it. It's been another 30 minutes. Let's take a gander and see where it's at. We stabbed it correctly. I got 148 still. I'm gonna head and call this done. I'm tired of messing with it. Once I get this inside, let it rest a little while, I'll get it chopped up, and we'll get it back on here and turn it into the burnt ends. So now I'm just going to cover it with foil. We'll take it back inside and let it sit for about 30, 45 minutes. So now I've let this chuck roast rest for a little while. Now I'm going to start cutting it up into bite-sized pieces. Oh yeah, look at that. That looks amazing. Just gonna toss them back into the pan. And we'll cut a little better. All right, now that I have that all sliced up, I'm gonna hit it again with that Redmond seasoned salt. So I'm gonna do a heavy dose all over it. Now I'm gonna reach in with my hands and just start mixing it all up. Make sure everything is well coated. And I'm thinking, since that's all I have left in the bottom of this container, so it's almost gone, I think I'm gonna just dust all of it with it. I think that'll be good. I don't think it can be too seasoned. That looks pretty good to me. That finishes off that bottle. It means I need to get online and order me another batch. But I like how well these are seasoned. Now comes the fun part. I'm gonna take my homemade Ketochow barbecue sauce. Just gonna start dosing. I think this will come out better if I take the lid off of it. I'm just gonna heavily coat it in this. I'll probably end up using the rest of this bottle on here, because I like my burnt ends to be very saucy. I want these practically to be swimming in it. Man, this is going to be so good when they're done. Alright, that looks good to me. Let me zoom in and get a little better look for y'all. I think that looks awesome. Now I'm just going to step outside, put it back on the pit for about 30 minutes just to set that glaze on it. It's been 30 minutes. Let's take a peek. Oh boy, oh boy. These look amazing. Alrighty folks, it's been 30 minutes. Don't those look divine? Y'all want a bite? Just gonna loosely cover these with foil and get them inside. Now I'm back inside. I got these beautiful, bodacious burnt ends ready to go in the oven. I'll just hold them here until it's ready to eat dinner. This is gonna be so good. Finally, we get to eat.
About time.
It's been all day long cooking these things.
Well, I've been waiting forever. These look really good. It's been a while since I've had burnt ends.
Actually, made up ones.
Made up ones?
Yeah, because I mean, it's not a real brisket.
Well, that's true. It's a, would you say it comes from the chuck roast?
Yes.
Okay, well, that's good. I mean, they look tender.
We're balling on a budget.
Have y'all had burnt ends, or have you had burnt ends?
It's honestly one of my favorite things off of barbecue pit.
Yeah. What I like is when you get the real crusty ones.
Right.
That's my favorite, because I love a good crust on a brisket. So there's mine. Oops, sorry y'all. You don't have to wait it out for macros. So what did you've already coated this in the barbecue sauce?
Yes, I emptied our barbecue sauce into it.
Oh wow!
I need to make another batch.
Yeah, go ahead. The rest is yours.
Oh boy, I should have just ate out of this tin then.
Yeah, you could have.
Oh, this is fancier.
A side of pickles, and
Oh, these look
he's
good.
got a side of cheese.
These look really good, actually.
It's been a while since I've had burnt ends.
I don't know if that does justice to me just showing it like that, but man, they look good.
They usually go really quick at a barbecue joint, and a lot of times we don't get them because if they sauce them, a lot of barbecue joints put tons of sugar in their sauce.
Right?
So then we just skip getting them. So I'm going to start with Here's a little piece of one.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that one's too big. I'll have to cut it.
Well, the sauce is definitely salty.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's good. It's super tender, too. I like it. What do you think? Mm-hmm.
It's good. I guess for trying to mimic burnt ends, it's good. But what I really do like on a good burnt end is, you know, that real nice crust.
Right.
That you'll get on your brisket that has all that salt, pepper, a little bit of garlic on there.
Right.
I love that crust. And usually burnt ends have a nice thick crust all the way around.
Right. I thought about
missing
slipping under
that.
the broiler, but I didn't want to overcook them and make them all dry.
Yeah.
The only thing I was worried about, because this is the first time I ever cooked them this way. Usually, because I do them straight from a brisket, it's been cooking all day, all night, or whatever.
Yeah.
This was only like a 3-hour cook.
Oh, yeah. It was a small chuck roast, right?
It was like a pound, 1.25 ounces, I think. Oh, that's good.
I mean, it's definitely something different to do with the chuck roast. Because usually, tell me what y'all usually do with your chuck roast. I typically just make it into a roast or shredded beef and maybe put it on tacos or just put it in a bowl. So this is something different, and especially if you're craving barbecue. In the summer, I'm always craving good barbecue. So this is a way of doing barbecue without having to buy a big brisket, which can be more expensive during the summer, and still get the barbecue flavors, the textures, and the good meat using a chuck roast. Because a lot of times they're less expensive during the summer because people aren't really wanting to cook a roast.
All right.
And it is tender. I do like the seasoning, and then the barbecue sauce is really good on this. Yeah, I'm really pleased. Thank you so much, babe.
Well, you're welcome. And y'all, do me a favor. Make sure you click that subscribe button. Throw me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. Tell me if you tried these before, if it's something that even sounds interesting to you. But also make sure, every Friday night, 6:30 Central, we go live. Make sure y'all tune in for that. We'll cook up an entree or maybe a couple little snacks. Of course, we'll show y'all how we do it. And then we'll just sit around and just chew the fat with all y'all and our friends from the Hungry Horde. Thank y'all for watching. See y'all in the next one. I'm going to devour this plate.
Bye.